Mitsuki, my boy, I'm sorry. You were never going to win this fight. What's up, guys? Welcome to here, and here we are to do a breakdown / live reaction and review to Chapter 7 of Boruto 2 Blue Vortex, which is known as The Whereabouts of the Sun. And I'm excited. Notably, this chapter is probably going to, I'm bringing at this point now, with Shikamaru already starting to come over to Boruto's side, with Sasuke currently being a tree, with Sarada and Sumire not ever actually, like, giving up on Boruto and or, like, remotely betraying him, like, in any way, shape, or form, because they were immune to omnipotence for one reason or another, and with Damon, Ada, and Kawaki all already knowing the truth, like they know, like they're responsible for the situation in the first place. Mitsuki's kind of like the only character left to have an interesting dynamic with Boruto in terms of former friend turned ally that can actually kind of somewhat do something. Like, don't get me wrong, Shikadai, Chocho, and Inojin, they all, like, could have something. They're not going to. They aren't that important. So, I'm very, very excited to see this one in particular, especially considering how much Mitsuki was reliant on Boruto pre-time skip and all their dynamic and how heavily that was based in the whole sun and moon stuff. So you know I'm excited. So let's not waste any more time and let's hop right into it. Editing me. Ready? 3, 2, 1, go. What's up, guys? That guy with a pencil here. Fun fact, I do happen to have it on me and keep it on me at all times. And another fun fact, Mitsuki, man, I know it's like in style to like have your clothes be all big and baggy, and like I get it, especially for Mitsuki, because like he has snakes in him and around him at all times. But like, bro, if you don't get yourself some properly fitting clothes and get out of here baggy, John, bro. But like, I'll admit, he looks, it's not, he just looks sloppy. Like notably, there are levels. Like, I agree, you don't want, unless you're like literally built like a Greek statue, like you don't always want those like form-fitting tight clothes. If you're like me, you got a gut, you don't really want them form-fit. You want a little bit of hang to that shirt so you can kind of hide the illusion. If you got some flab on your arms like me, you don't really want to be wearing the V-necks with the clothes on. You really want to be covering it all up to make sure it looks good. Make it look good and right. But like, there are limits to it. Like, Mitsuki, it looks like Orochimaru took you to the clothing store and you just picked out the biggest thing you could. Like, these are adult clothes, Mitsuki. You need to get some different. And your shoes they're not even the same height. Well, this may be like like those literally aren't the same length, I swear, unless he's like standing or leaning forward a little bit. Mitsuki, go get some stompers that match. I mean, I like the color scheme though. I think this is honestly out of the post-time skip, Lord, out of the post-time skip. Yeah, I said it right that time. The post-time skip outfits. This does have my favorite color scheme, but then again, I'm just a big fan of blue. So like, I think the yellow eyes complement very, very well, and the all-black fit does definitely fit into the night, the moon, the dynamic that Mitsuki has with Boruto and Kawaki. The only thing is, though, they also wear a lot of black and darker colors, which kind of makes it stand out less. And I think it's always been that way, because like Boruto, I mean, he had the white shirt before, but he still has the white shirt now. So I think ultimately, Mitsuki, if I had to give the fit a rating, like I kind of like the double belt. That's a Tetsuya Nomura fan in me. And exclusively the Tetsuya Nomura fan in me. I'm sorry. I'm not gonna lie and try to deny it. It is the Tetsuya Nomura fan in me. That's okay with the double belts. The stompers, I do like the heels on the stompers. They actually look kind of nice. I don't know why. I think they look. I just think it's neat. I like the heels on the stompers. The toes being out, they're painted black. That's fine enough. The long sleeves, the oversized sweater vest, it's kind of killing it for me, but I do like the color scheme. Honestly, I'll give it despite my complaints, I'll give it like a solid 7. Solid 8 out of 10. Boruto's fit is still the best. Kawaki looks like a genuine mess, though. Like, I don't know what Kawaki's going for. Kawaki looks like he rolled out of bed. Sarada's fit, I'm still not the biggest fan of Sarada's fit. I'm not going to lie. I know a lot of people love Sarada's fit. It's not really a thing for me. I forget what rating I gave it, but probably now I still give it like a 6. 6 out of 10 or something like that. And there was another time skip design I was disappointed by. But I forget which one it was. But let's see. Let's hop into Chapter 7, The Whereabouts of the Sun. Let's take a look in a book, Reading Rainbow. I am the moon, hovering in the darkness, with no light of my own to cast, which is why I need you. You know, in most scenarios, I'd say in this very specific situation, you want to have a Mitsuki. You want to have someone who's very much all about that action for you. They're down and ready for whatever, whenever. I always say that. You always want to have a good... Not like this, though. Not like this. There's being down bad and there's being down atrocious. This is down atrocious. Mitsuki, get off the trenches, bro. It's not that deep. Hop off his meat, gosh darn it. Because what? Like, even my best friend, who I've literally known longer than I haven't known him in terms of my lifespan. Which is really, I'm old. So, like, that's not really a fair comparison. But still, regardless of that, never in my days would I call him my sun or my moon. that's just not happening. That's not happening. Nowhere am I ever having this dynamic. No. No. And he would say the same thing. We've been homies since forever. Heck, even my sister from another mister, my girl best friend, who I've literally known since like birth, I wouldn't call her my moon or my son or anything like that. So Mitsuki, hop off. Remove yourself. Surgically detach yourself. Do I need to get the scalpel, Mitsuki? I have the scalpel right here, Mitsuki. Do I need to go get it? Bucko, please. I'm off. I'm off tip. Well, let's see. I need you. You who are my son, for as long as you elude. Oh, actually, Kawaki is wearing a lot of white. Why did I not think he was wearing a lot of white? A whole lot of white, huh? Golly, I didn't realize that. You who are my son, for as long as you illuminate me, I can shine too, and light up the darkness with my lunar glow. You give my life meaning, permission to live and be here. You make me feel that. Kawaki. Hop off tip! Golly! Now, here's the thing. I'm a glazer myself. I be glazing a lot of things in life too. From donuts to mangakas. So I'm a resident glazer myself. The donuts, the mangakas, the characters, the stories, the plots, everything. I be doling out a signature amount of glaze. Never in my days am I glazing. The only thing I could hypothetically find myself glazing this much is the love of my life and my children. Those are the only things receiving this love. Like, even my own parents, I love them. Not my sun and moon. They're the origin. They're like I'm not sure what would be the comparison. I guess, like, legally speaking, I guess I am kind of the moon, because, like, they smashed together quite literally, and then I was born. I guess in a way. So I guess legally speaking, I am their moon. I'm their satellite. But, like, dog, for another guy who clearly doesn't care. Like, here's the thing with Boruto, and maybe it's because of the memories, but he's had 2 years with him. So, like, with Boruto, I understand. Because Boruto very much, like, especially in part 1, he was definitely like that. Come on, Mitsuki, let's be friends, Mitsuki, let's do this, Mitsuki. Like, they were down for it. They were leaning and rocking with each other. I get that. Somewhat. Though, admittedly, Boruto clearly doesn't have the same feeling toward Mitsuki. And, you know, I guess I can chalk a lot of this up to Mitsuki's background as, like, an inorganic experiment and, like, you know, the whole situation with Orochimaru and stuff like that. So I guess I can, legally speaking, chalk this all up to being reasonable. A reasonable amount of glaze, but, like, this is insane, especially for someone who doesn't care about you. That's the big thing for me. He could not care less, Mitsuki. If anything, you are annoying. He has said this numerous. You just knocked your son out, bro. The light of your son just went out. What does that mean, bucko? Well, let's see. All right, back to the present. Sage Mode Mitsuki. Once again, I've said it before and I'll say it again. I'm still not the biggest fan of Ikimoto's art style. That doesn't mean I could do better. I could never do even close. The man's still a fantastic artist. It's just not my taste. Like, I feel like I always gotta clarify that whenever, especially me as a pencil guy, critiques art. I am nowhere near good as Ikimoto. You could give me 5 years and I couldn't produce half a chapter of Boruto. If it was all I did and you paid me millions of dollars. So let me just get that clear. But I introduced that caveat to say I really like his Sage Mode Mitsuki design. It feels like it captures that older essence of Naruto while still having that, like, end of Naruto, Boruto flair with, like, the horn and the drawings of it. It very much reminds me, you know what it reminds me of? It reminds me of Momoshiki. Fused Momoshiki. Especially in this image right here from the line slash vein, so the horn, everything reminds me here of Mitsuki. Not Mitsuki. Well, this is Mitsuki. Momoshiki. And I like that. I like that. I like that a lot. I'll give it a bit. I'll put a little bit of lace on that one. That one's good. That one's good. I do like this design a whole lot. And I do think the aura is going to end up complementing the fit a whole lot more. And once again, once he starts using the snakes, the fit will be further justified. And I don't know. Maybe just because I'm a manga elitist, especially considering this fit is mostly black anyway, I actually really like the fit more in black and white. I think it's just the manga man in me, though. That's like the straight elitist who, I guess, like, hates anything that is remotely. But then again, I like color pages, so I guess not. I don't know. I'm weird. Let's see. Boruto. He's like, Boruto's looking like, do you really want this book? Is that the time and the place, but do you really want these hands? For me? For me, Mitsuki. I still got both of them. I lost one eye. I mean, I have depth perception anymore. But Mitsuki, I still got these hands. But let's see. He just said, forget about it. Threw out the shuriken. But look at that, though. The snakes immediately come out. Ooh, and I like that. They're spawning from his aura. They aren't even spawning from his hands. That's neat. Knock them away. But, ooh, I wonder if these are flying Raijin marked shuriken? We haven't seen that, though. We've seen kunai marked with flying Raijin. Not regular shuriken. But I'd love to see him use it more like his grandfather. Let's see. 3-way attack. 3-way. But then once again, he could just jump. He could jump or backdash. I've been playing the amount of times I've used fighting game references, not just in videos, but in real life, is concerning me. Like, actively. I've used the term IED, which isn't even the right way. It's IAD. It's instant air dash. I don't know why it comes out as IED when I say it. But it's IAD. I've used that in real life. I forget what the comparison... I was in a meeting, and I said that. And I was like, yeah, we kind of just need to IED over this. Because I was talking about, like, a slump. Or so, I forget the complete context, but I pulled that out. I need to stop. I need to turn off the guilty gear. I need to turn off the guilty gear. I need to turn off the fighters. I need to stop. I will not stop. I want you to know this. I will never stop. But let's see. Boruto? But yeah, what did I say? Just back up away or backdash. I guess you could count this as a backdash. Once again, alright, 3 prongs, 1 snake myths. But the other 2... I love how this one's like, dude! That's the ground! It's not him. That's not him! What are you doing? Meanwhile, this snake is like, you idiots, we need to attack the actual man. Ooh, but the weave. Once again, it's very interesting. Unless I'm mistaken, no karma. No karma marks or nothing. Boruto's been... I'm not going to say he's flat out holding back, but I think it's flat out holding back. He didn't lose the ability to use karma at the end of part 1, I don't think. If anything, it should have become easier for him because Momoshiki... So, like, I wonder. Multiple year time skip, and he's not pulling out karma. I mean, I get it. Like, you don't want to attack... I keep switching up the names. Mitsuki with, like, karma, because that would do, like, extreme lethal damage to him, and obviously Boruto would feel guilty about that. But, like, at least to evade and escape the situation, bro. Like... Just dip out. Like, I would legit just transform you, like, and then just vanish. Well, let's see. Weave. Ooh, but look at these. I like it, though. I like how the snakes are very persistent. This one... Oh, no. They're just diving straight into the ground. Okay, Boruto. Look at broski. Interesting. So, I think... Unless... Yeah, he teleported to his kunai. Oh, wait. Yeah. That's a teleport. Nice! I like that. That's an evolution of the Flying Raijin that we don't really see. Notably, we see it on kunai, we see it on people, and we see it on structures. But I don't think we ever saw it on shuriken. And shuriken arguably would be more easy to use than kunai. In the sense that, like, Minato's kunai were, like, okay, they weren't this big. But, like, Minato's kunai were, like, at least this big. Like, at least, like, the length of my head, right? And I do have a big head, so they were probably smaller than this. But still, they were about that size. Meanwhile, a shuriken is probably like 3 of my head. So in terms of efficiency, yeah, you probably need to waste more chakra marking them, and you probably lose them easier. But considering the whole goal of Flying Raijin is to just throw out and have multiple places set up in the midst of a battlefield, I think it's easier and honestly a lot less noticeable than kunai. Because like, especially Minato's kunai, they were big, massive, and bright yellow. Meanwhile, just some black shuriken. Heck, you can probably like the hot dog, but like I bet you can't even really see the markings on them. they're probably that tiny, or they blend in with the black of the shuriken so well that just throwing them out at the start of a fight and having them be knocked away, deflected and disrespected like all shuriken would be in the Naruto world when everyone's literally fighting gods. Yeah, I like that. I like that. Though, admittedly, I am hoping we get to see Boruto evolve past the need to perform the hand time. Oh, he really starts turning into the yellow, like, when I say like the yellow flash, like his grandpappy, I mean like the Storm Games yellow flash. Like, I need to see bro teleporting like crazy. But let's see. Even Mitsuki's like, what? Nani, that's just I didn't know you. When did this DLC come out, Boruto? When did you get that? Where's Kawaki? I was expecting him to be here telling me. Not you. What does it matter when I'm the one who's here right now? Because you're not actually a threat, Mitsuki. I'll be real. You're not. Like, unless something changed over this time skip that I don't know about, Bucko, you are not an issue. The guy bearing the abilities of the strongest Otsutsuki we've ever seen on screen. Like, I know Shibai. But, like, Shibai hasn't actually shown up. We've only got, like, loose images of Shibai. So, like, I don't think Shibai counts in terms of Otsutsuki we've seen. Is it Otsutsuki or Otsutsuki? I forget which one. But one of those two. I'll be switching back and forth. He's the only Otsutsuki we've seen that has extreme character and has interacted with our cast multiple times. So, I know Kawaki is the bigger threat than Mitsuki. Mitsuki, you should know that too. He's an overall more pressing matter to be concerned about. And if he's not here, Mitsuki, you're right, Bucko. I might as well leave right now. But let's see. Kawaki's out cold. Thanks to Mitsuki's snake venom. Kawaki, how are you so trash? Oh, Kawaki, no. Oh, I know the Kawaki fans are in the mud right now. Kawaki's been doing nothing but taking L's. Like since the start of times, maybe this is just karma. Not the power up. But like, maybe this is just straight karma. But Kawaki, since time skip, he's been taking nothing but L. First, bro got pressed by some divine tree seedlings. Not ones that had awakened into those super crazy, powerful Ten Tails clones. No, just a regular divine tree seedling. Bro got slammed by. Then bro got low diff by Mitsuki's venom. Oh, Kawaki fans, I know you're in the mud. I didn't want you to catch on to him through Kawaki's Otsutsuki aura, is what I was told. In short, Mitsuki's gone rogue. I mean, yeah, I suppose attacking what everyone believes is to be the former Hokage's son. If that ain't treason, I don't know what is. So let's see what ends up mattering about this. And I wonder if... Well, I guess he can't talk back now. Ah, but look at how sad he is. He's like, man, all this for a guy who stole my life. He's genuinely thinking like, darn, I really gave it all up. I lost it all to a guy who could get knocked out by snake venom. Let's see. I think I understand your power level. It must be the way off the charts to make code retreat, which tells me Kawaki's no more. Yo! Kawaki, are you letting this slide? Kawaki, no. Kawaki, no. Kawaki, wake up. Kawaki, we need you to fight back, Kawaki. Kawaki, the allegations. The slander, it's not helping, Kawaki. Kawaki, please. Bro, how are you getting slandered like this? Bro said he's not that guy, pal. He's not that guy. Kawaki's no match for you right now. I can't let him get slaughtered, no matter the cost. Don't, Mitsuki. He doesn't stand a chance against me. Yeah, there we go. Neither do you. So, this fight is pointless. There's one other reason why I left Kawaki behind. Why? Tell me why. And tell me why you want smoke. If you really think this is a beyond code level threat, which he is, why do you want smoke? So I can let loose completely without deferring to him. Uh-oh! Look at this cog spinning its own wheels. I'm impressed, Mitsuki. What do you mean? Oh, yeah, let me look at this shirt again. Yeah, I can't even tell. Maybe it's on the other side. I don't even see it. I don't even see a hint of the Flying Thunder God symbol. So that's good. That's good. Nice evolution. Nice evolution of the jutsu that seems so basic. And considering all the different applications we saw of the jutsu in the original series, Impressive that it's evolved like that. Maybe I'm just forgetting. Maybe someone did use FTG with Shuriken, but I don't think so. I think this is a Boruto exclusive, and I like that. What do you mean? That's between me and him. Uh-oh! Like, yeah, there we go. Like, that's why the fit's baggy, so the snakes can come out. Well, let's see. Ooh. What is between you and him? Bucko? But let's see. Oh, does he just mean, like... Okay, so essentially, instead of having to ask for it, he can't be told no if he's not there to tell you. I get that mentality, in a way, like, you know, leave this be, he's not here to slow me down. Let's see. Ooh, are they multiplying? Snakes on snakes? Ooh! Interesting. But how powerful are they? Like, notably, I feel like all the clones always have different power levels. Like, the wood clones aren't Hashirama level. The shadow clones are sometimes implied to be Naruto level, yet are not Naruto level. So I wonder how powerful these snake clones are. They all have their own respective stage mode auras. And I guess, presumably, they could also use... I forget, I think someone corrected me, though. Does Mitsuki not have Jugo's thing? I could have sworn he had Jugo's thing. With the whole passive absorption of nature energy. What the whole Kaguya clan had. But I may be misremembering. I forget if he has that. But if they do, if they have that, then that'd be a good way to, like, amp them up so they're on Mitsuki's level, giving them pure access to basically infinite nature energy. Let's see. Snake clones? Uh-oh. But they're still snakes? Oh, they're all... Okay, that's neat. It's drawn a little bit weirdly, but I can tell by this one and this one over here. They're using their aura to form the snakes here. It did feel a little bit weird here. It kind of just looked like the snakes are coming from behind them because of how low the lines went and how the aura is still drawn here. But I get it now. Destroy the entire tree. Boom. More's not necessarily better, you know. You're destroying the environment. Of course, Boruto. I mean, it's not really... I guess. Once again, Mitsuki's not really a threat. That's the big thing. As cool as this battle is on, like, a technical level, and what it means for the narrative, what it means for the character dynamics, and all that, and the innate tragedy... Well, that's not how you say that word. The innate tragedy... What in the world? Why was I struggling to say tragedy? The innate tragedy of Mitsuki the Moon fighting so hard against what is his true son for what is essentially a false son in Kawaki, like a not like kind of like fool's gold, essentially fool son is the comparison here. But I mean, like, Boruto should be in no danger. But let's see. You're at the root of the problem, so just perish already for the sake of this world. But, like, once again, unless you can force, especially if you think you... Because remember, Mitsuki's the main one who's fully locked in on the... I hate Boruto. Boruto, he slaughtered the son of Kage, and he's responsible for everything. I need to tear him, blim, blim, blim. Like, if you really think he's that powerful, if you think he's that... He's on that much opium, like, why... and you think he did what you think he did, right? Like, got rid of the 7th Hokage, Uzumaki Naruto, and really went off and was threatening Kawaki's life, and he's a beyond code level threat. Like, Mitsuki, why do you think he would just sit there and let himself go? Would he not still want to be Optimus Prime? No Autobots? Like, let me know. But let's see. I may be to blame, sure, but I can't perish yet. I've got a ton of things to do, which means I don't have time to play around. Oh! Ro said, you know what? Enough of this nonsense. It's time to lock in. Let's see you lock in then, Boruto. Ooh, weave? Through the snakes? Uh-oh, he's about to pull out that lightning blade. Quite literally a lightning blade. Lightning blade! That's the beautiful thing about clones in particular. You can get as brutal as you want with them. Like, notably, there's always, like, limits. Especially in series where characters don't have, like, Wolverine or Bond tier, or even sometimes, like, in the case of something like Seven Deadly Sins, like Demon tier or Goddess tier regeneration, typically you have to hold back on the brutality. But with Boruto / Naruto, you can always, if there are clones, you can go crazy like this. Like, this arcing slash, this arcing lightning blade here, gorgeous. I love how it just cleanly tears through Mitsuki and immediately poofs him, because, you know, it's not actually Mitsuki. Boruto didn't just dissect one of his former friends in half, but the clone, they took lethal amounts of damage. But this one weaved, though. This one weaved. It did not get hit. Oop, poof. Ooh, like, look at this. He's treating like the Cell Juniors. Bro said, like the motion is fantastic. It is immaculate. It's beautiful. But let's see. Boruto. Uh-oh, is he charging up another? The poor snake. Snake's like, what did I do? What did I do to deserve? Oh, this is the snake that was this one too. Snake's like, what did I do? What did I do to deserve this? Please, Boruto. Boruto-sama, I remember. Boruto, I know it's you. Boruto, I know you're Boruto Uzumaki. Please, spare me. Let's see. Ugh. Oh, okay. I was about to say, is that no way he actually just pierced the real Mitsuki there. But once again, look at the brutality, bro. Like, straight, and this looks like he's straight. Like, that is wild, the kind of motion he's moving with. But still, no karma. He's still chilling. He's still big chilling. And once again, I think it's kind of crazy. We have not heard a peep out of Momoshiki these past 8 chapters. Or 7 chapters. We've not heard a peep out of Broski. He's been dead silent. Is he okay? Are you alright, Momoshiki? I really do like you now. Like, notably, towards the end of Boruto, I really started to grow fond of Momoshiki. Or at least towards the end of part 1. So, like, come back, bro. We miss you. Well, let's see. The cleanness of slice and half. Ugh, so fast. What a monster. Mitsuki, you literally have a horn growing out of your head. And your main offensive attacks are snakes. What do you mean he's the monster? Let's see. Ooh. Bro's going. Ah. Ah. They go band for band. I think they go band for band here. These look like the same hand seals. Oh, no, they are slightly different. But is that kind of disrespectful? Because it looks like Boruto uses snake lightning here. Is that kind of disrespectful? Uses snake lightning on a snake guy? Is that kind of cultural appropriation? But darn. Boruto's just like, dude, I'm not. Ooh. Wait a minute. See, they both weave hand signs. So wait, who fires a snake light? Oh, no. It is Mitsuki. It is Mitsuki, because they're all charging this way. Yeah, and the snake heads are pointing that way. Okay, so Mitsuki launches off the snake lightning. Oh! Bro just pulled out Thunderbolt. And why did he fire it like this? Bro, instead of extending his hand forward, he extended his hand back, and then the Thunderbolt launched forward. And they both neutralize. Okay. Once again, it feels like Boruto's holding back. But I guess, I'm going to chalk a lot of this up to Boruto, 1, not wanting to harm Mitsuki, and 2, being genuinely happy to see his friend, even if his friend thinks of him as the ultimate enemy right now. I do lean with it, Robert. I like the idea that Boruto is cherishing these few moments of connection he's allowed to have with Mitsuki, even if Mitsuki's trying to, I do like that. It adds a nice, well, once again, that's me just purely headcanon it. But for all intents and purposes, as Mitsuki himself admits, neither Kawaki nor he are a code level threat at this point, while Boruto clearly is in base. If he wanted Mitsuki gone, Mitsuki would be gone. But I think he's genuinely playing with them. Like, it sounds so bad for Mitsuki, like, oh, he's being toyed with? Yeah, kind of. He is essentially being toyed with here. I do like that for Boruto. Just like getting the moment, getting the few little bits of experience with his besto friendo, with his moon. Let's see. Boom! Neutralization. Bro came out the shadow realm. He said, hey, heard you like reflections? About to make your... Nah. You ain't going for that, boy. You ain't like that, Boruto. You ain't like that. Swing him with a head mouthful. You gonna chop off his horn or something. Stay hydrated, folks. But, like, Boruto, you can't deceive me, bucko. You ain't going for the domer. Yep. What? Bro really went. Like, bro, if you ain't about it, don't even put a blade up. You might as well put your hand there or something, dog. Like, you ain't gonna swing through no way at all. You know what I'm talking about? But let's see. Go ahead. Get it over with. Oh, bro really just gave up. He went back to base and everything. He was like, well, I'm cooked. Go ahead, you can take it. back to the fighting game comparisons, because I will never leave them. That's like when you're dominating somebody in a rank match, and then you just see them stop. Like, you can almost hear them put the controller down and just be like, I'm not doing this anymore. I'm not gonna waste the brain power. And I've done it before too. Well, yeah, I'll go to the line and say, no, I would never. Just no, especially when I forgot to like set rank, especially on fighters. I forgot to set rank to like my same rank or about the same, and then I run up into like a Zeno player and they just like walk me across the thing. Like, I'm not playing. I'm not having fun. But of course, this isn't fun for Mitsuki. Only Boruto's likely having some sort of fun. But still, I can understand, bro. Like, whatever. Go ahead. Don't be like this on Kawaki. I kind of expected this. Let's see. You think you came prepared to fall, when in fact, it's that you've lost hope. You're feeling desperate, aren't you, buddy? What? Because your faith has been shaken. What you believe, or rather, what you want to believe in, you can no longer trust. Oh, I mean, you know what? It makes sense. Once again, it's kind of the unfortunate thing about omnipotence as a plot device. It just isn't sustainable, like, in the narrative. At least not for an extended period of time. Because we know that Kishimoto knows, that Ikimoto knows, that we know that Boruto's not gonna actually execute Sarada, or Inochin, or Chocho, or Shikadai, or Shikamaru, or Sarada, or something. Like, we know that's not going to happen. And we also know that Mitsuki, or Sarada, or Shikadai, or Inochin, or Chocho, they aren't going to be able to execute Boruto. So, like, honestly, playing with it in this sense is the next logical step. Because, like, there's nothing else you can really do with the mechanic. Because no one important's going to get got by it. That's the thing. It's the caveat with this being Boruto, as shown in manga. Where we know nothing will really happen of it. So seeing it play out and have characters already have their faith shaken and the logical inconsistencies of the mechanic actually matter. Because of the difference in personalities between the memories and the actual person. All that. It makes sense. It makes sense. I do like it, but at the same time... But I guess, yeah, you can only go so far with omnipotence. And having him simply not being able to live in the village at all, and like having to go through that entire arc is still interesting enough on its own, but on a character level, it ultimately leads to what are essentially blasé false conflicts that won't really mean anything until the ruse is fully revealed or completely undone, and then we get to turn that rage, and that emotions, and that turmoil all against Kawaki, and see how he reacts to that alongside Boruto, and how Boruto reacts to the hatred that people would most likely feel for Kawaki once the truth is reset, as we saw at the end of part 1. So, I'm not going to say we're in a fugue state, but we're kind of in a state where nothing too important. Then again, Sasuke's a tree, so I guess that is pretty important. Let's see. What are you talking about? Kawaki, the sun that had been illuminating you lost its radiance at some point. Isn't that what you feel? Bro's playing it. He's playing the mind games. Ino, could you pick up Mitsuki's voice too? I want to hear the full conversation. Don't be ridiculous. That would open the conversation to them as well. It's way too risky. Really? Well, you know, I guess. Especially as, like, it's such a long-distance phone call. I gotta give credit to, you know. Like, I go too far into a brick building and my phone doesn't work. You know, across multiple miles and distances and trees, through multiple buildings. Really solid connection. Good stuff, good stuff. It's way too risky. You don't know a thing, Boruto. You're a grudge-bearing traitor. Stop pretending to know me. Boruto doesn't even... He just gives Mitsuki the look. That look of like... Really, Buggo? Really? Really? Like, come on now. Like, he even pulled out the sun and moon analogy that you were just yapping to yourself earlier, Buggo. He knows. Ooh, and he put the blade away. Even Mitsuki's like, whoa, wait. I don't default today. But you see, I do know the current whereabouts of your son, at the very least. He's standing right in front of you, Mitsuki. What? What are you talking about? Hey! He just said it! I thought we were gonna... Okay! Nice! Neat! Alright, so we're just... Yeah. We're schmooving. We're gonna have everyone back on crew. But, you know, I guess it makes sense. That's a sad... I mean... Here's the thing. Omnipotence can still have a long-term effect somewhat, but it could... Yeah, it really just couldn't have lasted that long. Not if the plot's going to progress with the characters that it currently had. And even with the new antagonist, you're going to need to rally our cast and crew around the antagonist. So, like, it makes sense. It makes a lot of sense that we're kind of, like, blazing through it. And I'll admit, it's a logic. It's something that it makes sense for Boruto and the characters of the universe to do. That's why I was so happy with Amato just figuring it out scientifically based on the research and work he did with Kawaki. He has hard physical proof that omnipotence cannot alter. So he knows the truth. Sarada and Sumire are still a little bit weird in terms of their exception, but like they're exempt from it, so they're even playing along. Shikamaru, when being faced with cold, hard facts and evidence and listening into Amato, what Amato has to say, and you're like, oh, well, shoot, the Carfax are the Carfax. I can't really ignore this. I like how the characters are logically dealing with the inconsistencies. And I honestly prefer that. I'll admit, as a person who is definitely hyping up omnipotence as a twist, I like that it's being dealt with in the most realistic way possible due to the differing natures of the characters. It's a plot conflict that's being resolved by the character writing, which I think is really, really good. And honestly, being handled really, really well by Yukimoto and Kishimoto. Good stuff. Good stuff. Let's see. I want to see how Mitsuki responds to this. I'm your son. It's that simple. Don't excuse me while I wear all black as I say this, while Kawaki's coat is white. Uh-oh. Bro looks nettled. He looks furious. Got him in that snake. Boruto, you better than me. I would have flying ration out of there immediately. How dare you? You're my son. You have some nerve. Okay, so Mitsuki's still lost in that omnipotent sauce. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. And once again, like, words can only do so much, right? Like, especially when you're brave. Like, Mitsuki isn't too much of a scientist character. So, like, when your brain is hard telling you something, like, it is, and it's being hardwired to, like, a fundamental higher power of the universe is like, hey, buddy, there is no physical evidence, right? Look at me. Believe what I say, and it's your brain that's being altered by that higher power. Of course, you're not gonna buy it, even if Boruto's doing stuff like this, because of course you just think, oh, well, he's trying to make me betray my real son. You're my son. You have some nerve, and yet, why haven't this snake attacked me just yet? Why haven't you gotten loose? You could have a few different ways. I bet you realized quite a while back that he's not it. That Kawaki's not your son. Oh, okay, so he's not, it's a mix. Ooh, I like the. Once again, I'm liking the character conflict. Look at Kishimoto. Look at Kishimoto. Kishimoto writes some W character conflict. I like that. He trapped Boruto for the accusation, false accusation, that he was the son. But ultimately, Boruto, he's just playing out the logic cards one by one. He's like, come on, bro. Think about it, broski. You believe, look into your heart. You know it to be true. And even Mitsuki subconsciously knows it to be true because he didn't make the snake attack. No matter how close you stick to him, he refuses to illuminate you. Yep. Once again, the character conflicts. Because Kawaki's so stupid and so stubborn, he doesn't even think about it. He's just like, it's a higher tier Otsutsuki power. Of course, no one would ever think opposite. For his arrogance and the lack of ability to play the role to be his own downfall, good stuff. It's a, what is it called? Hamartia. Hamartia. Can't be. That's not possible. It's natural to feel confused, yet you know it's true. For you're the only one who gets to decide what it takes to be your son. Aw, that's true. Only I decide who I please. Once again, unless it's literally my wife and or my own flesh and blood children, nothing will be my son. What the heck? But let's see. ... Oh, he withdrew the snake. Right back into his sleep. Where do you keep, like, do they despawn? Where do they go? Who the heck are you? Don't worry about it. I have no intention on slaughtering Kawaki. That's a misunderstanding. If anything, he wants my head. I'll be completely real with you. But, whatever. I gotta need him alive in order to get my dad back. Even Mitsuki's like, okay, so that's a relief. Though, I do need to settle things with him at some point. But that's between us bros. Just the two of us. Aww. I mean, that's sad, but it's true, right? Like, Boruto and Kawaki's dynamic needs to be... It's the same thing with Naruto and Sasuke. Inzura and Asura. The conflict needs to be solved by the two who originated it. Not anybody else. So, it's a sad thing. But yeah, that's even true to life. Like, I know it's heavily dramatized, especially in Naruto versus Sasuke. But, like, if you do ever have a conflict with somebody else, you need to resolve it with them. And the result doesn't have to be good. Like, notably, I say that because I believe it's true. But don't think you have to suddenly become buddy-buddy, blow each other's arms off, and decide you're going to be homies for the rest of your days, and your kids are going to grow up together. That doesn't need to happen. If it's, like, too bad a thing, it's too bad a thing. But in a similar way, can I spoil Spider-Man 2? Has it been out long enough? New Game Plus hasn't even come out yet. Never mind, I won't spoil Spider-Man 2. But there's a character arc in that game where a character's like, hey, Bucko, I'll be completely real with you. All this negativity, I can't hold all that. He reconciles with the person who's the origin of that negativity and just keeps moving. So I understand Boruto's mentality here where it's like, hey, bro, it's just me and him. We gotta hash it out one way or another. That makes sense. Why? Why did you slay Lord 7th? And Boruto's like, boy, do I got a story for you. Is he gonna tell him though? He didn't even tell Sarada. He didn't even tell Sarada and Sumire. Is he going to tell him? Lord Sep. Oh, he's just dropping lore. He's just He's just smacking his meat on the table. Okay, Boruto, talk that massive spoiler talk. Lord 7th is alive and safe. Mitsuki, shocked. Ino, shocked. Shikamaru, not shocked. Oh, not a sweat dropper. Not. He knew. He knew someone was... Look at Shikamaru. Look at Big Magic. I was very worried for him at the start of the time skip. I was very worried. Look at Shikamaru. Look at that big old brain. It's the brain. Let's see. My mom... You can say that at this point. Like, is it like, Boruto, you've given up the game, bro. You've given up the game. My mom... Well... His wife, too. That's all I can say right now. You gave up the whole plot point. What do you mean that's all you can say right now? You've given up the whole game. I mean, I guess you didn't tell him Sasuke was a tree, but like, dude, you've given up the whole darn game. There's no more plot to hide, Bucko. You've given everything. Boruto, what are... Mitsuki, I believe you're perfectly capable of shining on your own. But, if you insist on needing a son... Come and find me. Anytime. Aww. Don't enable friends like that. Oh, well, I mean, I guess it comes down like, this is the thing. It's just based on how I was raised and, like, my own mentality towards, like, following and, like, relying on others. I try not to. I try not to. There's some who I have to rely on, but like I really don't like it, and I definitely do not like friendship dynamics like this, where it's like, oh, you are my everything, and the other person's like, yes, I am your everything, and like I don't know, it's always been like creepy to me. I've never really rocked with those kind of friendships, or even those kind of relationships where someone's like just fully dependent on the other, like, and the other is perfectly fine with it. I never really leaned with it, rock with it, whether I was in that kind of relationship or my friends were in that kind of relationship. I keep my opinion to myself for the most part, and I try to stay out of those relationships, whether they be romantic or platonic. But I guess this is meant to be wholesome, but I guess it's in the sense like that's me taking it to the extreme. This is Boruto essentially trying to help his friend find a reason to live and to guide himself, and he is telling him explicitly, dude, you can shine on your own. Like you do have free will, Bucko. You can do what you want. So I like that. Even Mitsuki's like, let's see. What the heck? Naruto's alive? Yeah, I guess. Y'all didn't find a body? What do you think, he ate him? I forget what the excuse is meant to be. But like, what do you think? You didn't find any remains of him or nothing. Let's see. Get yourself alone, Boruto. We need to talk. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Is that my goat? Is that my goat? And Ada. I guess Ada too. But is that my goat, Damon? Hey, hi. Uh-oh. They're in trouble, though. Because that means they're listening in. Uh-oh. What's happening? Oh! Wait. Never mind. We cut away here. Kawaki just waking up now? Kawaki, you serial L-taker, Bucko. You serial L-taker. Oh, you fool. You fiend. You fool. Kawaki? Where the heck is Mitsuki, that idiot? So, in summary, thanks to Ada's Shinjutsu omnipotence, Our memories have all been rewritten to reflect what Kawaki desires? Not necessarily. I mean, I guess kind of, sort of, in terms of his desire being living Boruto's life and being Naruto's son. Yeah, just so you know, don't bother trying to figure out how omnipotence actually works. You'll soon forget anyway. Ah, yeah, and that is a nice little perk of omnipotence. I'm not gonna lie. Like, the fact that it auto adjusts itself, it'll notice. It's kind of like, imagine if, I guess what a comparable. Imagine if your code for something needed to be updated when it got breached, and instead of you having to go back and retroactively update your code and like go in and fix whatever glitch or opening that was in it, it like learned what the mistake was and then did it itself. Like after a little bit, it was like, oh, okay, so they're thinking, let's dampen that down a little bit. I like that. Though it's interesting that as long as you don't think about it too hard, omnipotence doesn't immediately kick in. It won't immediately turn around and lock in and be like, whoa, Bucko, you're thinking a little bit too much. It'll be like, whoa, Bucko, you're thinking a little bit too much, and it'll like gently redirect you somewhere else. But whenever you try to hard think about it, whenever you try to hard figure it out, it'll end up knocking on your door, essentially being like, hey, stop thinking. Let's see. In fact, this is far from the first time you're hearing about it. Sorry, in class rep, I've already told you numerous times. Oh, interesting. So I wonder how Omnipotence rewrote those interactions. It was just like, I guess they just rewrote to just straight yapping, Shikamaru said. No way. The very concept of omnipotence won't stick in your memory. Ever. It fades over time. That's part of its power. That's why it's kind of stupid, but in a good way. So I need you to trust that Kawaki and I switch places without any proof. There is literal proof. Boruto, there are pictures of you with the Hokage when you are baby. Their memories wouldn't align with... Like, there is actually physical proof. I don't know how omnipotence deals with that. Like, does it change the receptors in their eyes to not see? Like, what, do you think Sarada forged that evidence? There's like whole photo albums. Let's say. Without any proof. And I love how big forehead Shikamaru. I cannot talk. I know my forehead's massive, but like of how big Maru and Ino are like. But even then, they already heard that from Amado that there is literal genetic evidence of who's what and who's where. So they have some. I wonder how that's gonna be dealt with. Though you did figure it out on your own. That's no mean feat. It's actually pretty impressive. How do we reverse it? Huh, we can't. Those altered memories are all real to you. I don't know how to make ... sounds for you. Besides, even if we could, wouldn't resolve the issues between me and him. That's true. You would just kind of be put on the same path. And that's, yeah, he does legally speaking, he does have Naruto and Hinata hostage at all times. Kawaki sealed that away in order to protect him. So there's no point unless he's satisfied and undoes it himself. Otherwise, he's just bound to do it again. If I were you, I'd be thinking about rescuing Naruto and getting rid of Kawaki. He may want to get rid of me, but I don't feel this. Boruto, you are too nice. You are too nice. Well, you know, I get that. Once again, Boruto's just not that kind of guy. And most people, like, I wouldn't want to do it. I just want to slug him and then make up. That's all. He better than me. 2 years of my life gone? Because you were scared for my daddy? Nah, Bucko, we gotta do more than slug. Alright, I hear you. But Boruto, if you have no intent to slaughter Kawaki, you need to understand they'll have to continue taking the false blame regarding Naruto. Whatever. Seeing as omnipotence effect lies with Kawaki, I like to avoid making him feel cornered again, which means not exposing what he did quite yet. So, you'll need to stay a fugitive. You okay with that? It's been 2 years, Shikamaru. He's good. Yeah, it's fine by me. Wow, he's just so drippy with it. Ah, he's so saucy. Let's see. I wasn't expecting otherwise. Oh, that's so sad, though. Bro's like, I knew. We've been known we were stuck on this path. That's nice. Once again, just reaffirming character motivations, revealing more of the truth to people. So, and I'm interested to see how it lasts. That's all I'm interested to really see, the long-term effects of this reveal, and if it ends up reverting at all. Let's see. Oh, we're back here. With these nasty... Oh, I hate... Like, why let them keep... Not even the Frieza feet. These things look worse than Frieza feet. I don't even like looking at them. We're going to scroll up. Let's see. It's curious. This world, The more knowledge I acquire, the more questions arise, and the more things I don't know. That is, ironically enough, the human experience. The more you know, the more you want to know, and the more you find out how frighteningly little we know. It's fun. I gotta imagine it'd be boring. It'd be boring to know everything, to have everything. Because then what do you live for? Other than to protect what you already know and have. And even then, that sounds like a sad existence too. But let's say, if anything, knowledge reveals my ignorance. It's fascinating. By the way, is this Sasuke? By the way, it's been gradually occurring to me that none of the books here seem to hold the answers to my questions. What questions do you have, bucko? So, let's pay a visit. Let's pay a visit to Uzumaki Naruto. How are y'all gonna do that, though? How are y'all gonna jump Kawaki? Is bucko in trouble? He's in deep trouble. He was struggling with y'all before y'all awakened his clones. Kawaki, you better spread it, bucko. But okay, alright. W chapter. W chapter. I like it a lot. Very simple, very clean. It wraps up the whole Mitsuki Boruto thing in a very nice, clean cut and concise way. We get a nice proper battle, once again reinforcing the power scaling, which I do like, showing that Mitsuki's still nowhere near Boruto's league, even in base. And we get to see Mitsuki realize the truth, and not just Mitsuki, but as a byproduct, Ino and Shikamaru realize the truth about Naruto. Meaning there's a whole lot more that can be done here. We don't see how this interaction properly ends, but presumably Mitsuki goes back to the Leaf with this new information, is now contemplating on it, and now it's time for, I don't know, I wonder what Kawaki and my goat, plus his sister, are going to be doing now that chaos has erupted, essentially. And I wonder how direct our character is going to be now. Shikamaru implies they're not going to be direct at all, which makes sense. That's the smart play to make in this scenario. But like, there's some interesting dynamics there. I'm very, very excited. Okay, a very, very W chapter. I'd give it, honestly, solid 10 out of 10. I really, really like it. However, if you've made it all the way to the end of this video, please leave Blue Snake. Actually, leave Sun Snake. Not Blue Snake. Sun Snake in the comment section down below. Thank you so much for watching. Please leave a like, share, comment, and subscribe. And make sure that's not the right amount of numbers. Please remember to leave a like, share, comment, and subscribe. Actually, it was. Make sure you hit that little notification bell so you know out on any videos that come to the channel. Also, I do happen to have a Patreon down below where you can support me for as low as $1 things like exclusive videos, early content, and more. You also now become a member of the channel for as low as $3 a month to get the same perks and more. So those perks include live reactions to every other series I review, ad-free variations of all my videos, and if you become a $25 patron or a $25 member, you can order whatever video you want. Now, thank you so much for watching once again, and I hope you guys have a wonderful day. This is Nago the Pencil, writing off. I'd like to give a thank you to our $3 members, Reconnor Plays, Red Wolf, 4765, Greyhound, and Atkins Void. And I'd like to give another thank you to our $5 patrons, Victor, Sean, RNG Master, Midnight Lord 21, Kevin, Igneal, and Demix LNT. And I'd like to give another thank you to our $7 members, Autumn Mornings Lazo, Sick Addiction, and Jan Tomas. And I'd like to give another thank you to our $10 patrons, Robbie Uchiha and Joaquin. And I'd like to give another thank you to our $25 member, Alex Ice Rose. I'd like to give a hefty thank you to our $25 patron, Winter. I'd like to give another gargantuan thank you to our $25 patron, Steron. I'd like to give another humongous thank you to our $25 patron, EHAC1. I'd like to give another scrumdiddlyumptious thank you to our $25 patron, ChinaDoll09. I'd like to give a final and gargantuan thank you to our final $25 member, Calvin Elder.